you're not supposed to bring up the fact that people are fat, and it's called fat shaming. Have you seen
Wow.
this?
I've seen some things on Facebook about it.
Discussing fat, or even better, celebrating the fact that you're thin is fat shaming.
Wow.
There was a woman. Fucking people are
What
awesome.
about thin shaming?
Well, you know what it is, man? It's just people trying to find some sort of an excuse for why they are the way they are, and an excuse to continue to be the way they are without feeling any repercussions from socially from other people. This is a woman. She had this picture. She put it on Facebook. It's her. She's in a bikini or like a little, one of those little CrossFit outfits or something like that, and she has her 3 kids there.
Oh, I saw that picture.
And the picture says, "What's your excuse?" And people were saying, you're fat shaming. A lot of people have different lives. Like, whether or not someone has a different life and whether or not someone has a different issue with their body, that's not what she's saying. She's saying, what's your excuse? Because this is what she's been able to do. You're right. Everybody's different. You're right. Some people have a bad situation that they're in financially. Some people have bad genetics. Some people, they've been taught poorly, whatever, diseases, all the above. But that's not fat shaming. She's celebrating the fact that she's thin. Yeah. And this fat shaming thing that people love to say now is it completely alleviates any responsibility you have for your own physical shape. It's like they want to take it out of the equation, that social aspect of being fat. Like, there's a reason for it. The reason for it is it's not healthy for you. There's the girl. If you look at that picture up there, what's your excuse? Yeah. But there's a reason why that exists, is because people see what you're doing and they don't like the way it looks on you because they're scared of it being on them.
Yep.
When someone sees a morbidly obese person, the reason why they're staring is not because they're trying to shame that person. It's a natural freak out. Your body recognizes, oh shit, that's possible too. I could do that. God damn, I better not do that. I don't want to do that. That looks awful. Oh my God, that guy's going to die. That's not fat shaming. That's a natural thing that people do where they recognize success and failure in their environment. And that success and failure is as much social success and failure as it is physiological health. If you see someone that's super unhealthy, coughing and smoking a cigarette, that feeling is not cigarette smoking shaming. Okay? That feeling is you're recognizing that someone is doing something incredibly unhealthy, and that possibility exists for you too. Don't want you to rub it in their face, Dave Asprey, because that's fat shaming. You make me feel bad. If you show your six-pack, if you just pull that up like 15 minutes a month, bitch, boom, and show that six-pack on Instagram, you're fat shaming. Isn't that hilarious? You could fucking work out every morning, an hour and a half a day, get yourself in shape, take a picture, and people will be angry because they didn't. That's amazing. They will be angry.
That's not why they're
inspired. Well, of course, but they're saying you're fat shaming.
They're angry because they're trying desperately stuff that doesn't work, and when it doesn't work, fair point. There's some people who just have given up.
I would say most. People who are talking about fat shaming are just stuffing Twinkies down their fucking mug.
The people talking about fat shaming have emotional issues, I would guess,
but
around eating.
They find support online. Yeah. That's what I find fascinating. People agree with them. The people that called that woman a fat shamer, there was a lot of them. She had to apologize, but she was disingenuous in her apology.
I feel a lot of compassion for
I should
fat
explain
people.
why she was disingenuous. She did some interview where she was talking about, like when she said, "What's your excuse?" Like she came up with some sort of a real softened down version of what she meant by "What's your excuse?" But what she meant is, she's not fat. Look, I'm hot. What's your excuse? Here's my kids. I'm hot. It's pretty obvious what she meant. And she was like, what's your excuse for not meeting your goals or what? No.
It kind of upsets me when I see, fat people who are feeling guilty and like fighting all their willpower on these cravings, that they're just because like they're doing it wrong, but they don't know they're doing it wrong. So then they feel guilty and they get caught in all this emotional stuff. And like, it's unnecessary.
Yeah. It seems like there's got to be a way to get healthy food to people and make it a part of everyone's everyday diet. But then you start considering the numbers of people in Los Angeles. And if there's 20 million people, getting everybody grass-fed beef and getting everybody MCT
We
oil.
have to take
and-
over some golf courses. We're gonna have to put cows on them.
Is that what they're gonna have to do?
You could feed an awful lot of cows on some of these golf
You're not gonna
courses.
stop people from golfing. There's too many rich dudes like golfing.
There needs to be a fast food company that just takes over and just starts doing it, because that's the biggest problem is people just need fast food. You know, they need
Right. Fast food is
There's-
actually healthy.
right.
There's a couple attempts. There's a guy from one of the early Whole Foods guys and some McDonald's guys got together, and like they'll make something that's I'm forgetting the name of what they're trying to do, but they'll make something that's better than it was. But is it going to be non-GMO even? Is it going to be gluten-free? No, probably not, because we have to understand the core tenets of what makes us healthy, and we have to understand those widely before there's demand for them.
There's a blog I read about thin privilege. Just to sit there, that's another thing. That's another way
What
of
is
saying
that?
fat shaming. The other side of saying fat shaming is that being thin, you are enjoying thin privilege. And that by
Like
being,
dating success and all that?
No, not just dating success, but the way people address you and the way you move around in society, that you enjoy thin privilege. And what they're trying to do is compare being in shape with being a white male, like white male privilege. Because white male
Wow.
privilege is almost shameful. You know, it's almost shameful to have this white male privilege while people are it makes you feel like like if someone talks about white male privilege, what do you think of? You think of someone being aloof to the concerns of brown people and poor people and racism, and also aloof to the fact that they got super lucky. They got this lucky roll of the dice and were born in this way that allows them to be, I mean, if you think about white males, you think about white males and you think about wealth, majority of the like super wealthy people are white males. The majority of the people that are in positions of power, whether it's presidents, mayors, white males. So that white male, being a white male and having that privilege is almost like being a pig. It's like being the man. So thin privilege, they've figured out a way to make being thin being a pig.
That is so.
Thin privilege, not I'm fat, not I'm lazy, not
that's
I
like,
eat
that's
shitty
Orwellian.
food.
Like just renaming words to mean something different.
Yes,
Wow.
it's a little bit of that, but it's also you pulled up the blog, right, Brian? Did you pull up one of the blogs? It's also alleviating themselves of personal responsibility and finding a new victim or a new culprit, and the culprit is not their own lack of self-respect or their own willpower or their own ability to discipline themselves or their own ability to educate themselves on proper nutrition. That's out of the equation.
The
It's
culprit-
no longer their responsibility. Now, instead, they'll concentrate on thin people having an ass that fits in an actual airplane seat, and being able to squeeze on an actual escalator. All of these things these fat fucks are complaining about and calling thin privilege. That is such an interesting point, and one that I really didn't consider. That's a very unique point, because I never really considered that fat people, like, it's almost like they can't help themselves. It's almost like they're or it's so much more difficult for them to pass on shitty food than it is a regular person.
Well, think of it like this. Okay, if you're a fat,
Regular person. That's thin privilege.
all right.
Fat people are real people.
so-
Now it's a tranny thing.
'cause-
Okay, but if that's the case, then what makes someone go out of their way and get that knowledge? What makes someone change their diet? What makes someone make the difficult steps to start going to a gym? It's kind of willpower, Dave Asprey. They're just stuffing Twinkies down their fucking mug. 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 They're just stuffing Twinkies down their fucking mug.
Hot!